Hey guys, Flippin' Landlord Ninja here with two guys' take on real estate. Today we're going to talk about how to find great deals and one specific way that we love to find great deals that you can use in your city as well. So I hope this is helpful, and as always, do us a favor, smash that like button, and also don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell because we're coming out with not one, not two, but we're coming out with 3 videos every week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So if you want to get to see those videos and get educated, you're going to want to make sure you're notified when they come live. Two guys take on real estate. There's lots of different ways, we talked on our channel on how to find deals. You've seen our Driving for Dollars. You've seen all of our stuff about foreclosure auctions. These are just fantastic ways to find and locate deals, especially right now in 2021 and 2020. There was a real hard time to find deals because inventory is super freaking low. It's crazy right now, right? And more than ever, investors, flippers, wholesalers, we got to hustle to find these deals. So one way I want to talk about today is actually condemned properties. And what is that? That is when the city actually finds that the property is not habitable. This generally is a precursor, and if your city actually does receiverships, before they actually go into receivership, they'll generally condemn the property and start the court proceedings for a receivership. Basically what you're talking about, it could be many different things. Maybe the roof has collapsed. Maybe the foundation is having an issue. Maybe the heating system has just failed. It could just be that it's completely blighted property and that the city has just been finding them and no one's been doing anything. So they actually kind of slap a condemnation because they don't want to have to deal with the headaches. They're worried also that the kids or locals might go in there and someone could get hurt. This could also be, you could have a 4-family and only 1 unit could be condemned. So it really depends, all right? What we've done is often we go to the local building department, we go talk to code enforcement and get a list from them of condemned properties. And generally we look at the last, few months of condemned properties that we can then go and stop by, take a look at the property. You're gonna wanna fully walk through the property, and the exterior at least, because you're not gonna get inside yet. And you wanna really make an understanding of what's going on. You wanna start doing your due diligence. So walking by the property, number 1, due diligence. Number 2, you wanna look at a GIS map. You wanna really know what area there is around the property. Are there possible other lots? What is fully included inside that property? So that's number 2. Number 3, you're gonna wanna check the land records and the registry of deeds to see what liens are on the property, okay? Number 4, you're gonna wanna call and talk to the city and figure out what municipal liens, all right? Now they've actually, since it's a condemnation, they've probably already started slapping fines and fees, and so you wanna know what that nut is. Once you have all that data collected and you know that what mortgages are owed and what is owed for the condemnation, now you kind of have a picture and you want to kind of formulate a rough idea of what the value of that house is and say, okay, well, if the value is this and all these liens are here, if there's enough spread, then this might be a deal that you could work with that homeowner. And a lot of times this is a distressed property. This is what we talked about before, finding distressed property. Well, this is clearly distressed, it's condemned. And so what you can then do is find the owner, whether it be skip trace, maybe they even live in one of the units. Maybe they are out of state and they don't even know what's going on, just not getting the letters because the city's sending the letters directly to the property and not to them, then they live out of state. Whatever it might be, there's many different scenarios that could actually happen why they don't even know about what's going on. And so now you're gonna skip trace them, whether it be truepeoplesearch.com or if you're using the Deal Machine app. This would be a great property you can add into the Deal Machine app and track everything as a CRM and skip trace all right in the Deal Machine app. So that's a great way to do that. Then once you actually reach the owner, you can kind of inform them what's going on. Maybe they don't know, maybe they do know, maybe they got some court hearings about it, I don't know. But the idea is kind of educating them on what's going on and what is the next steps that might actually happen, such as a receivership where they'll completely lose control of the property, that the courts will put someone else, like myself, in control of the property and start putting a super priority lien. And unfortunately, any equity they have will probably erode very quickly. So you can help them, educate them on that it might make sense for them to either, hey, take the time, fix up the property. Maybe they want to list the property and try to see what they can do. Or better yet, talk to you and work out a deal. And so this is a fantastic opportunity for you to negotiate a deal for a distressed property. So what we like to do is, once again, after we ran all of our numbers, we know what the ARV, we have a rough idea of the rehab, we generally talk to the owner, see if we will be able to allow us to actually go into the property. You might need to sign like a hold harmless or something like that. Maybe have one of those available and ready so that you can give that to them so that they know that, that you're not going to hold them liable, especially in a condemned property, if you hurt yourself. So that's something that you can do just to kind of ease their concerns about you going into this vacant, potentially property that potentially has a lot of problems. And once you've done a full scope, you can come back to them and say, hey, I've walked the property fully. Here's what I see that needs to be done. This is what I see the cost is. I know you owe X, maybe they can give you a little bit more enlightenment so you can kind of have a better idea of what they owe. And say, okay, well, with this owed, and now because of all the city fees, you kind of back all those numbers out, back out a profit for yourself. Or if you're flipping it, you're going to wholesale this, you can kind of also back that number out for a flipper that you're going to sell it to, and then you can come up with your maximum allowable offer and basically present that offer to them. And just, once again, I wouldn't be very confrontational. I look at you're there to help them solve a problem that they might not even know currently exists. And that they could completely lose the property, and that you're there to save them from that problem. Now, and then once you actually have that all worked up, you can have your lawyer draw up a contract, and now you have a great property that is off market, that no one else really knows about, and that you can be the first one to get that deal so you can start working on your next project. So this is a great way, once again, using condemned properties. You can get this public information from your local code enforcement or building department, and you can start hunting these deals. So it's a great way to get a list. We literally just got a list the other day. We got a list of 12 properties. So guess what I'm doing right after I get off of here? I'm gonna go drive through all those properties. I'm gonna be taking pictures. I'm gonna start skip tracing those owners, popping those up in Deal Machine, and I'm gonna make sure I close a deal hopefully in the next couple weeks. So if you guys would like to learn more about flipping, you wanna check this video out here. And as always, I'm so glad you guys joined us, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and see you next time.